Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Gonna do just a tiny bit of adjusting right quick. I'm sorry, I don't want to make you dizzy or anything. Happy Wednesday. If you're catching this part of the video, you're probably watching the replay, so hello replay crew. So happy to have you here with me today, and Oliver is here at my feet, of course. He is a crafting dog. We spent, probably 3 or 4 hours in my craft room last night. We're working on some swaps because, of course, with the new catalog, I swap cards with other demonstrators so that I have lots of ideas to share with you. So that's what I worked on last night. Dale had a ball game to go to, so it was nice just to spend some time focused on making some cards. I will wait just a moment to see if any friends are able to hop in with me live. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here, whether you're watching the replay or catching the live video. Been having some issues with Facebook, y'all. They are not smiling upon me, but we're just gonna work through it, right? So today we are talking about quick but beautiful projects. We've got a lot going on at Stampin' Up right now, a lot going on. And so we're just going to take a couple minutes, take a breath, craft together, spend a little time connecting. I love carving out this time with y'all on Wednesdays. It just makes me so happy. You know, as the week gets started, Monday and Tuesday, I work at the health department. And it's just nice to kind of settle in and do a little crafting with you. I love this time of the week. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the project for today. Like I said, we're doing quick but beautiful. So this card is very simple. That's kind of my MO this month, apparently. That was not planned. But after a couple months of doing lots of fun folds, fancy fold cards, nothing super technical, but we did fun folds. Now I've kind of scaled it back to make some simple cards and really kind of focus on the designer series paper, some matting. I just think that makes such a difference in our crafting as well. So this is the gorgeous Sun Prince designer series paper. And as you probably know, our annual and our mini catalog are retiring. There is a last chance list out from Stampin' Up. And what that means is the products that are retiring, lots of them have a discount on them. The Sun Prince Designer Series paper is retiring, as is most all of the Designer Series paper. That's usually what happens when a catalog retires. There's not a discount on this paper. It's still $12 for the 12 by 12 package. But it is stunning and it is worth stocking up on, in my opinion. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. But lots of designer series paper is still available. So if you are a paper lover like I am, get that while you can. These are while supplies last. We'll talk a little bit more about the last chance list in just a minute. So this gorgeous stamp set is carrying over into our new catalog. It has been a favorite of mine. I love the fonts in this set. I love the images. It's just so beautiful. These line images with all of the kind of texture and dimension built into it, as it was the artist just penciled all that in, and it's just so pretty. You can just stamp those images and go. They're just really gorgeous. So I've enjoyed using this set so much. I've got to bring in my stylish shapes dies because I love them. They are a workhorse in my craft room. They are carrying over. Super excited about that. Now, a set that I showed you last week that is retiring is the layering circles, and I didn't look this morning to see if they're still available, but they're amazing. So if you don't have those, you might want to grab those now too. So let's take a little look at the Sun Prince swatch book. This, like I said, is absolutely stunning paper. So, so pretty with like the watercolor wash, the beautiful prints. I love just the color palette of this paper. This really is one of my favorite papers that's retiring. So let's talk a little bit about how we can use our paper in our crafting. So one of the sheets in this designer series paper pack looks just like this, and I'm hoping that that full page will show up on camera. But when we get something like this in the package, I think sometimes we're tempted to not cut into it, which is fine. If you love to do memory keeping and scrapbooking, that's perfectly fine. To keep this intact, what I would do is add a 12 by 12 piece of basic white cardstock. I would put my title up here, maybe a picture or two, maybe just some embellishments. And then over on my basic white 12 by 12, I would mat my pictures with some Night of Navy cardstock. I would maybe do a little bit of stamping because there's that awesome blotch in this stamp set. You could also put some leaves, those little images, and you could just mat your pictures, and it would be a really quick and simple way to create a gorgeous 2-page layout very quickly. So I love that our paper can be used not only for card making, but also for memory keeping, scrapbooking. That's how I started paper crafting, was scrapbooking. And I'm just so far behind with my scrapbooking. I love making cards because I have that sense of accomplishment, but I still like to scrapbook as well. And I know a lot of you do too. So this would be a gorgeous paper. Look through your paper packs because a lot of times there's a sheet like this that would work perfectly just to add, a basic white, or even another piece of designer series paper because, a lot of times it has that wash effect on the back. So you could actually use both sheets of this to create your layout. Now, if you want to use this for cards, what do? Well, you've got to cut into it. And I know that can be hard when we have gorgeous paper like this. But when you do cut into this and you cut the paper 5 1/4 by 4 inches to fit on your card front, you get just some gorgeous images from this lower part of the paper. And all you really have to do is adhere that to your card front, put a sentiment, maybe a couple rhinestones, maybe a bow, and you are done. And it's a gorgeous, stunning card. So it's so easy to use the papers for card making as well. I love that we have this wash. I think that that's really pretty. So that's what I did here. Basically using the top portion of the paper, the B side with the wash. Oops, I just moved one of my rhinestones. I didn't have it stuck down well enough. There we go. So that's where that wash comes from, and then that really helps make that focal image pop. So also matting the designer series paper. And while we're talking about the designer series paper, my measurements that I do for this, I purposely work with even numbers. Since it's a 12 by 12 sheet of designer series paper, I have this piece cut at 5 inches by 2 inches. And then this piece cut 4 inches by 3 inches. So I absolutely maximize my paper and end up with very little scrap. Now by adding a piece of basic white cardstock behind that designer series paper, I feel like it really pulls out the images and makes that focal image really pop. And so what I did there, I wanted a small border. So I have 5 1/8 by 2 1/8 here. And then 4 1/8 by 3 1/8 here. Okay, we're going to revisit that piece of paper in just a minute, but let's get started creating our project right quick. I'll bring in my Night of Navy ink. And then we have a piece, oops, throw the card base in. We have a piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and it's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Y'all know how I roll with that. And then we've got a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I had some thick basic white on my desk, so I went ahead and used that. But either way, That's just going to give a little bit more substance to my card base. So we're using just a couple dots in the corners. A lot of times I get questions about using liquid glue, and as we've talked about so many times, the secret to liquid glue is editing your usage of it. It's a strong adhesive. It doesn't take a lot. So y'all know my friend Mary says dot, dot, not a lot, and that's the perfect amount in those corners. And then that little squiggle in the middle. And it just is going to hold that perfectly. Now let's bring in a couple pieces that we're going to mat with the basic white cardstock. So again, I've got a piece of that gorgeous wash, that watercolor wash effect. So pretty. Now you could, of course, also have a little bit larger border when you're matting these pieces. I just really like the look of this. But you can do whatever you want. And then we'll also put this piece of designer series paper on. So it's very simple. I know that this is a card layout, though, that you can use with so many of your designer series papers. And it's quick and it's easy. So remember, this piece is 3 inches by 4 inches. You're going to get 12 out of your 12 by 12 sheet. Matted with 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then this piece is 5 inches by 2 inches, matted with 5 1/8 by 2 1/8. And I know a lot of times we try to stay away from eighth measurements. But on our Stampin' Up! Trimmer, it's those 2 little tick marks. Just count 2 tick marks from, this is a brand new bottle of glue, y'all. There we go. 2 tick marks from the number, so like 4 or 4 1/4. And then we'll just put this over to the side, leaving a little bit of a border. Y'all let me know what you're up to today. It's kind of an overcast day here in Texas. I don't think we're expecting any rain today, but it's just kind of cloudy. But I'll tell you, it's about 70 degrees, which is lovely. This is the time of year that I absolutely enjoy so much. You can go outside in the evenings and spend some time. Love to drink coffee in the sunroom. Just really nice time of year in Texas, because it will be hot, hot, hot really soon. My son travels a lot for work. He delivers these little travel trailers that are made right outside of town here. They're called casitas. Y'all may have heard of them. They're really small little travel trailers, but they are so popular. So Shane travels all over the U.S. and he loves to send me pictures of where he is. And it's just amazing to me when, you know, it's 70 degrees here and somebody's getting snow somewhere else in the, I need that. I put that over there on my shanty. In the U.S., so just kind of fun to see his little travels and adventures. Okay, y'all let me know how you're doing too. Like if you planted a garden, or we worked on our flowers. We've got flowers in pots out front, and the cold really took a beating to those flowers, so we kind of had to start over. We found some really cute daisies at Home Depot. It's just that kind of time of year to refresh, isn't it? Okay, so this, I got a little bit over. Let me try one more time. I think I cut myself a couple of these circles. This is the second smallest stylish shape circle. I love the fonts in this stamp set. Yes, that's better. They're just so lovely. Makes me happy. And we're just going to take this circle and pop it on. I think I'm going to probably place it about where I did on my other card. And somewhere I have some dimensionals. I'm down to the bones, y'all. Just those little pieces at the edge. So I'm just going to tear off a little piece. My friend Rick calls them the bones, so we do too now. That makes me laugh. But don't forget, you can use those edges. When I first started crafting, I threw those away. I didn't even think about it. Silly me, because those are perfectly fine, aren't they? A lot of times those are great when you've got a long sentiment or focal image. Okay, and we are just going to come in. Where is a good place for this? Probably right about here. Pop that sentiment on. That looks good right there, doesn't it? Okay. So now let's bring in some of my favorite iridescent rhinestones. These are also going to be in the new catalog, so I'm super, super excited about that. I think all of my iridescent embellishments are hanging around. And I'm just pulling in some of the small ones. And on that other card, I used 5. I typically recommend that you use an odd number of embellishments. It's just really pleasing to your eye to do that. So 3, 5, 7, you just sprinkle on whatever you want. You do you. Let's put one up here. And we'll put one more somewhere. Maybe down here. You just kind of have to work with your pattern of your paper. So there we go, y'all. Super simple, but I just think this turned out really, really pretty. And you know, there's a little subtle difference because we got a different piece of designer series paper for our focal image, but such a nice, sweet layout that you can do so much with. So I hope that you'll give this layout a try. Now let's revisit our paper right quick because I have a little sneak peek for y'all. So remember, we used this piece today. And there is a new paper coming. Let me make sure. It's called Fresh as a Daisy. I got to place a pre-order. Demonstrators get to order about a month early from a new catalog. So I placed my pre-order and those products came in. I got lots of the new colors. And what else did I get? A couple of stamp sets. We're using this paper in our bingo on the 29th. Now, the registration deadline for that is over, but I'll share the projects with you later that we create. But this is what we're using for bingo because it has a lot of the new in colors in it, or maybe all of them. So we're doing a sneak peek bingo into the new catalog, which is so much fun. So this is a page that is interesting to me. Not exactly sure yet how I'm going to use this, but isn't this fun? Almost like a patchwork quilt. It's really pretty. And then we have this one. Love, love the daisies. They're lots of fun. Beautiful colors. I just thought I would share this with you because it is always so exciting to get new product. And I know y'all can't get this right now, but I still want you to be excited about what's coming. I'm really excited. And making those swaps with new product, it's just so much fun. Had the best time designing those swaps. So really, really cute. We're going to have the best time at bingo. And look at here, y'all. Here is a sheet that we could use very much like we did the one that we used today. So here is another one that would make such a cute scrapbook layout, don't you think? Again, you could put your title up at the top. I know a lot of people love to put a title. I don't always do that with my scrapbooking, but this, again, a sheet of basic white, 12 by 12, mat your pictures, and put your title, little bit of stamping maybe. So cute. So this would be another one that's great if you love to scrapbook. All right, let's take a look at the B side. So this is the B side of that sheet that I just showed you. And again, kind of a watercolor wash effect, which I love using the scraps of papers like this. Love using these in the background. It really helps make the focal image pop. So this paper would lend itself perfectly to what we did today. You could actually just substitute these papers into that layout that we did today. So just a reminder, how pretty would that be with this new paper as well? I love it. Okay, let's talk about some fun and exciting things, y'all. We have a brand new catalog coming the 2nd of May for customers. As I said, my team and I, we saw this the end of March in a PDF version. Stampin' Up! Has been awesome to get our actual physical copy. They send us a complimentary copy. They got those to us really quickly. We are super excited about this catalog. I can't show you the inside yet. I can only show you the cover. But I can tell you, I have a big stack of catalogs over here on my table. They're going to be going out to customers. So if you are a regular customer of mine and you've placed an order in the last 6 months, if you're already on my list, you don't have to worry about a thing. You've got a catalog with your name on it already here. If you are not a customer of mine and you don't have a demonstrator that you work with, message me and I'll talk to you about how we can get a catalog out to you. We're going to be working on those soon. Now, in order to make room for new product, we have a sale going on, that last chance list, 60% off some of the products. There are some die sets that I think are like $10. Amazing die sets, lots of beautiful paper that's going away. So I would encourage you to go to my online store, stampwithct.stampinup.net. Type in last chance. It's probably where you will land when you go to the store, when you shop. It'll show you what is retiring. And that way, if you've invested in a stamp set and dies and you want to pick up an extra package of paper or you want to pick up some cardstock that coordinates with something that you have, ribbon, embellishments, some of those things are deeply discounted and I don't want you to miss out. Let me know if you have any questions or need help. Now, on top of everything, Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping today only, the 19th of April. So you do need to spend $75 or more, but you get free shipping, which is absolutely amazing. Now, there's a little caveat to this because they are running a little bit behind in shipping from our warehouse in Salt Lake City right now, and that is because we had the largest pre-order ever in the history of Stampin' Up! When they released the new products to demonstrators on the 4th of April. So they are working just feverishly trying to get those orders out to us, demonstrators and to customers. So there may be just a little bit of a delay in getting your free shipping order sent out, but hey, saving that shipping is awesome. I love it when Stampin' Up! Offers free shipping. Okay, we've got a couple of prizes to talk about as well. I'm so far behind on this, and again, I'll tell you, Facebook, it's a love-hate relationship, y'all. So I couldn't go back, and I couldn't edit the description of my video last week. It would not let me get to the comments. I'm hoping that maybe this week is a different story. I'm going to try again, but I was able to go back and choose a winner, and it is Elaine Schneider. You are the winner, Elaine, of this twine combo pack. So message me because I don't have your address, but congratulations, you are the winner from random drawing. And then the week before, I did not announce that winner like I said I would. Sorry, guys. So this is the package of the iridescent rhinestones. Y'all know I love them. We use them even today. And these are going to go to my sweet friend Jan Miller. So congratulations, Jan. So those are the winners from last week and the week before. And then I have this package of really cool embellishments, and I never used these. These went with the Enjoy the Journey suite. I didn't use them on any projects, but again, I think with scrapbooking would be really, really cool. So these are our giveaway for this week. If you would like to be entered for a chance to win, all you have to do is hit that thumbs up for me, a heart. You can also leave a comment, any comment. Let me know what you think about the layout, what you think about this Sun Prints paper. It's just so pretty. I hate to see it go, but I'll tell y'all, there's some really pretty blue and white paper coming that you're going to fall in love with. If you love Sun Prints, wait until you see, I think it's called Countryside Inn. Fabulous. You're going to love it. Okay, I think that's it. If y'all have any questions, reach out. I'm glad to help in any way that I can. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you.